Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Norbert Bokur, your global family nutritionist. Today, I want to talk about complementary feeding. Complementary feeding, as indicated earlier, is starting to add food to breast milk to complement the breast milk after 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding. So when the woman gives birth and the woman breastfed the child for 6 months. After the 6 month, the woman is supposed to add food to the breast milk. That is complementing the breast milk. Not that the breast milk is rather complementing the food. So when you begin adding the food, you are supposed to start with liquid food like a light porridge. Then you add semi-solid food that is very soft and consistent. Then you add solid food as you graduate. And when that is done, this is supposed to be able to help boost the child nutritional state, because when the child is up to 6 months, the breast milk is no more sufficient to meet the nutritional needs of the child. So that's why it's very necessary that the parents or the woman adds nourishing complementary food to the breast milk. Remember, when the woman gives birth to, the woman is supposed to breastfeed the child on demand, always, even including night, not only daytime. And when breastfeeding is done properly, breastfeeding or exclusive breastfeeding in itself is a natural family planning. So when the mother breastfeeds the child successfully for the 6 months, she can continue to add complementary food. And when the complementary food is prepared, you have to make it well nourishing to have the various components of food that will be able to support the breast milk that the child is still taking to enable him or her grow successfully. And during that period, you are supposed to be adding some fruits and some vegetables alongside. When you are starting with complementary feeding too, you are not supposed to force the child to eat at that stage. Once it's a start, it is a new thing you are introducing. So you have to be doing it gradually. And so remember too, the infant's stomach is up to the capacity of 6 teaspoons, which is equivalent to 1.5 tablespoons. And so when you want to force the child to feed him or her with a large quantity of food, it might not be possible. And so when you are starting, you start small. Even when the child is able to take, if it is porridge and the child is able to take 2 spoons or 1 spoon, 3 spoons, it's enough. You allow the child, then bit by bit you are adding. And when you are also doing complementary feeding too, you begin to check the favorite of the child. The child may not want certain kinds of food, as and you have to continue to practice with many varieties. You have to add many other varieties daily so that it will be able to help the child. And when the child is able to adapt to a certain kind of food, you continue in that process. Then from there, you also have to note that at that stage, the child can also have some reactions, that is, developing allergic to certain food. And so when you begin to complement the breast milk, you have to check the various food you are giving to the child. You have to be observing. When you give him or her this food today, morning, in the afternoon, different food, evening, different food, what are the reactions? What is the reaction of the child? And when you are able to notice all this, it will help you know how to handle your child well, so that the child is able to be well nourished, then to be able to grow well. And while you are still doing the complementary feeding, you are supposed to be going for CWC. that is child welfare clinic, where they'll be checking or monitoring the weight of your child, giving you education on how you are supposed to improve, how you are supposed to help your child grow well. And when you do all these things, you'll be able to see that your child will be very resistant to disease and the child will grow healthily and very successfully. And when that happens, it will be able to enhance the nutritional state of the child. So you need to be able to add all these things and make sure you are bringing in varieties and observing the child as you bring in different food to feed him or her so that you'll be able to make the best decision to combine foods well to be able to help grow the child. And when you don't understand some of the things, when you go for the CWC, ask the healthcare providers, question them, and let them answer you so that you have better ideas and knowledge to be able to care for your child at that stage. And at that stage too, you are supposed to also make your environment clean and neat. That's the time the child is very active as well and can do many other things. And the environmental cleanliness or hygiene is also very necessary. That you protect the child from other pathogens or other bacteria or infections so that the child is able to be well nourished and grow successfully. Thank you. Subscribe and share with other people so that they can also benefit. God bless you. Bye.